Welcome to Local SEO Unlocked, your ultimate guide for mastering local search marketing. Dive deep into the dynamic and ever-changing world of search. Whether you're aiming to boost visibility or engage local customers, this podcast is your pathway to not just being seen, but becoming a local favorite. Now, here's your host, Christian Hustle.
Ever wonder what is the difference between link building or buying backlinks that are very cheap for $1 compared to $50, $250, or even $1,000? In this video, I bought one of each, and we're going to compare them and show them what they look like and give you my opinion on which one I would recommend. Let's talk about it. Hey, welcome back to the Local SEO Unlocked show. My name is Christian Hustle, and for the last 12 years, I've been helping business owners grow online through search. Link building is a great tactic for SEO, but it can get very complicated very quickly. And it's one of those that when you go too cheap, it can actually hurt you. So let's start with what is a backlink. Backlink is really just a link placed on another website that is pointing towards your website. There are several components that make a backlink good or not. So let's start with what are the metrics that we look for when we're analyzing backlinks or we're building link buildings. So there's a great variation and a lot of different metrics that you can look at. But the ones that we typically look at first, before we even start or before we even place a link, is make sure that the website is within the industry or the vertical that your business is in. Topical authority, so meaning the authority of the website in your industry, is a real thing. From there, then we talk about those metrics, right? We talk about domain authority, which comes from a third-party website called Moz. It's a SEO software, well known in the SEO space. If you haven't heard about it, they have a Chrome extension toolbar, which is what I'm about to show you in this video. And we're going to use it to analyze domain authority, but also spam score. Those two are going to be coming from the Moz toolbar, and those are going to be great indicators to keep an eye on when we're analyzing the quality of these links. The other thing that you want to keep in mind is take a look at the quality of the content being written, right? We don't want just any random AI-generated blog. We want to make sure that our link is placed in useful and real content and that is linking to us with the right keyword. Now, when you have an article, there's going to be words in it, of course, and you're going to make sure that the link is placed in specific words that you want to rank for. We call these anchor text. So let's say that you have a nail salon and you're launching a link building campaign for a nail salon. So the link that is pointing from the other website towards your website needs to be a keyword hyperlink to your website, to your page that you want to build that backlink to. Now, enough of theory. Let's jump into this exercise because it's pretty exciting. Obviously, it took me several weeks to put this video together. I am getting a hang of these videos that take time. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers that do it in all different spaces and verticals. And it always surprised me because I'm so used to just recording, hit record, start talking, and really just express myself, that these type of videos are very new to me, where I have to work for them on weeks ahead and start recording little by little and capturing things. So let me know in the comments if you enjoy this, if you want me to continue doing this. Is the second one that I do over time. Again, it takes more time, but if it's something that you enjoy, just let me know in the comments and I'm happy to continue doing this. So let's start with the $1 link. So the first link, I'm calling it $1 just to keep the simplicity of the video, but you'll be surprised. I paid $5 on one of the very well-known marketplace that sells digital services, and I did not get one link. I got 245 links for $5. Now, hopefully you heard me say that you get what you pay for as far as quality goes when we're talking about link building. Can you guess the quality of the links that we got? 240 links that we got for $5, all right? Now, I'm not going to go through every single one, right? Because I want to keep this simple, keep moving on to the next one. But here we have 240 links. That's roughly about 2 pennies, 2 cents per link. And that can tell you everything, right? What kind of quality we can expect and things of that nature. So on your screen right now, I'm sharing the entire report. from this vendor. Again, this video is just for educational purposes, so I'm not revealing the sources or who did it or what marketplace it was, because I'm not trying to review the services and I don't want to bash them in any way. This was just my experiment, just to show you the differences, of course. Based on the information that I present to you today, then you can go ahead and build your strategy or figure out what's your game plan. So here, the first thing that you notice is in all 245 links, every single link has numbers in it in the URL. That's obviously a sign that it's probably low quality. When I look at these domains or these websites, it's like we're looking at subdomains within a big website name that is well known. So it's things like, internet03714.pages10.com/article name. So we already can tell the quality just by looking at it, but I'm going to open this link just to show you. I'm going to open up my Moz bar, which is exactly at the very top of my browser on your screen right now. And this is basically what the quote unquote guest blog looks like. Again, it is a blog, right? So it's a website, it's accessible on the internet. There's content. There's an article here that looks pretty bad because I can see random numbers in there. The context of the article has nothing to do with my order. I actually just placed an order. Obviously, I was expecting the quality to be low, so I did not point any of these links to any useful website. I actually pointing them to my LinkedIn profile. So LinkedIn can handle the quantity. I mean, they get legitimate links in tremendous quantity. So this is not going to affect my LinkedIn profile in any way. And you can see right there, Anchor, Texas Christian Hustle is linking to my LinkedIn profile. The article makes no sense whatsoever. It's talking about wars and history. Terrible. But look at the domain authority, because it can be very fictitious. Domain authority shows a 52. So if you were only looking at that by itself, you would say, hey, this is a great link. I got a steal for 2 cents. I got a 52 domain authority backlink. But then guess what happens when we look at the spam score? Now, the spam score is right here next to the domain authority on the Moz toolbar, and it's at 36%. A good standard that we practice on our link building practices is no more than 3%. Like, that's our ideal margin. 5% would be the max that we would ever capture a link. Anything beyond 5, it's already too spammy for us to build it. So when we're talking about 36% is just outrageous. Like, it's just, if I would have pointed this to a business website, I would have reached out and have them delete this and try to block this backlink. This is obviously very spammy. And Google is very smart nowadays. It's not going to hurt me overnight just with one link. But we actually got 245 links that are very similar quality. Domain authorities are, in this case, is fake, because these are sub websites built into a website that has more authority. So let's pretend that you were to build a microsite in Yelp, right? It's dumb example, but just for me to clarify what these guys are doing. So you inherit the Yelp domain authority. So on paper, it kind of looks cool because, hey, it's on Yelp and it's a domain authority high. But then you look and see that it's an entirely different website. It's just using a subdomain. That's exactly what they're doing here. So again, I wouldn't recommend this. I would rather, even if it's just $5, just save your $5. So don't do that. All right, a $50 backlink. Let's go into a actual vendor. I reached out to a vendor. They do a lot of link building. Supposedly they're doing thousands a month. I got on a sales call. We got it going. I'm not going to reveal the name of the vendor. Again, I work with a bunch of vendors, but this is not a review on that. Also not a review on the website that we're talking about. This is just showing you the quality that you get for $50. Now, as you see on my screen, it says page not found. Guess what happened? So I get the link back and I look at it and it's domain 62, domain authority 62, which is awesome. It's really good. But then we start looking at the quality of the content. The content was good. The anchor text was using the correct keywords. It was pointing to my right web page. But then guess what happens when I look at the spam score? 58% of spam score. I mean, that's just outrageous. Like, even $50 is still a good, it's a few bills, right? So you can't really get this type of quality of backlink for $50. It's just not fair. So I asked the vendor to remove it, which is why it says page not found, even though this is the original link that we got from them. I got on the phone and I just complained about it because obviously somebody wasn't even paying attention to the quality of the domain before they placed the link. Again, that was a $50 link. So now we're going to get into a $250 that my team built. This is what we build on a daily basis. These are our most common links that we build. And this is what it looks like, right? So the team goes after real looking websites. We make sure that they are in the industry, that they are in the same vertical, because topical authority is important in backlinks. And when we're looking at this domain right here, we're looking at domain authority 73. So it is in the vertical, it is in the industry, super high domain authority, which I just realized I haven't talked much about domain authority. I know I mention it a lot in other videos. Domain authority is just a guess from Moz trying to identify how Google sees a website. So how Google thinks a website is as authoritative. This is Moz interpretation. So this is a guess, right? It's a third party. It's not going to be exactly what Google thinks of your website, but it's a pretty close guess. So it goes from domain authority 1 all the way to 100, 100 being Google and Wikipedia 99, all the way down to 1 brand new domain. So a domain authority 30 plus is going to be a good starting point for a link building campaign for you to acquire backlinks. So when we're talking about DA73, it's perfect, right? It's awesome. Spam score 1%. That's the minimum. You cannot have 0%. So that's the least that you can do. This is awesome quality site. And then you can look at the article, right? The article is going to be well written and hopefully quality as well in there. And then you're going to see the backlink using the specific keyword or anchor text that you want to rank for. Now, that's really as simple as it gets, right? Once you start getting into that quality where there's a human reaching out to websites, there is multiple layers of quality checks. By the time you get that link, that's what you want. You just want to make sure that everything looks good, domain authority good, spam score, quality, site is real. I can see that. I mean, I could take this up a notch, right? I could put this domain in Ahrefs or in SEMrush or in other SEO software and look into the traffic, right? I know that's one of our caveats on how we look at domains, make sure that it's real traffic, real websites. Now, that's a little bit more technical, which is why I hadn't mentioned it. But you could, right? If you're a little bit more intermediate or advanced user, you can do that too, right? Take it up a notch and put the domain into an SEO software and see how that goes. Now, let's talk about the $1,000 link. We don't do, this was also our team. We built it ourselves. We don't do these often because they actually take months of work to get them in place. One, it tends to be very high authority publications or websites in the industry. 2, they have tons of email back and forth communication before they agree, before content is approved by both the client and the publication. So it literally took us 3 to 4 months to place this $1,000 link, which is really what drives the cost up because it's a lot of hours invested from the team, just following up, helping with the content, previewing it, and all the layers of quality checks. But this is what it looks like. This is a domain authority 92. That's amazing, right? Like we talked about it earlier. Domain authority 99 is probably the highest you can go. This is domain authority 92. Spam score 5%. This is a humongous, the biggest publication in the space. So spam score is, even though it's on that max limit that I was talking about, 5% is still pretty low, right? So it's almost like easy to ignore in this case just because the publication is as big as it gets. This was actually a link placement. So there was some content on this page. We were able to collaborate and figure out how do we add the link, make sure that they approved it. So that still took months of work. Again, quality is there. When this link went live, the client rankings just skyrocketed. I mean, it went through the roof because this was the real gem in backlinks, right? In the industry, highest domain authority, super real website and legitimate as it gets. So Google loved it right away. But that's really it. That's what I wanted to talk to you on this episode. I wanted to really show you what a $1 link looks like compared to a $50 link, compared to a $250 link, compared to a $1,000 backlink. So hopefully this was helpful. If you need help with your link building, if you're trying to rank higher and you feel stuck, you can't really pass on to the top 1, 2, or 3 on search engines, and you just know that link building is the one thing that is holding you back, but is just too complicated or too much work for you to handle, reach out to us. There's a link in the description box. We do link building for all our SEO clients, but we also offer link building service by itself if that's something that you want to do. We actually work with other agencies who white label our link building services and they resell it like that. So there's always an opportunity to work together on your link building. Well, let me know in the comments what you think about this video. Hopefully you liked it. Again, this is months in the making of a video. Even just waiting for links to come back after they were placed, it took definitely over almost close to 2 months to put this video together. But if it's something that you enjoy, please drop it in the comments. Let me know. And I'm happy to continue creating more content like this. Smash that subscribe button if you found value in this video, because we do have a lot of other videos coming in the pipeline that is going to be very, very excited to help you get found online. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Keep hustling.
Thanks for tuning in to Local SEO Unlocked. For more resources to help you succeed in local search marketing, visit us at woobound.com/podcast. Don't miss out on becoming the local favorite. Join us next time for more insights and strategies. Until then, keep hustling.